This cream costs 10 times more than this one. Both are selling you the exact same ingredient, shea butter. And they both claim to be ethically sourced. So I had to investigate why. But here is the truth I found out. That L'Occitane cream is more transparent about its sourcing. But the real question is it 10 times better for an extra $90? If you're someone who wants to know how your beauty products are made, then this is the place for you. Because I've spent my time working in global supply chains, from international policy forums to company audits. And I'm on a mission to hold the beauty sector responsible to its sustainability claims. So to answer the $90 question, we need to look past L'Occitane's fancy packaging and the luxury marketing behind it, and look at the story of a miracle ingredient and where it comes from. Because the reason shea butter makes ethical sourcing such a risky and complicated claim, and why both these brands are under my microscope, is all about how it's harvested. So here's the thing, shea butter is a global multi-million-dollar cosmetic business. But the work around its harvest and cultivation is mainly done across small villages in West Africa, almost entirely by women's cooperatives. And this ingredient is their livelihood. And when beauty brands source this shea butter for their cosmetic businesses, it's incredibly easy for them to sidestep that promise of ethical means. And that's why today we are going to judge L'Occitane and Nivea on 4 things. First, transparency. How true is their claim of sourcing shea butter from women? Second, traceability. Whether the shea butter used in their products can be traced back to the women harvesting and producing them. Third, quantity. What's the concentration of shea butter in their products? And fourth, price justification. Are these brands charging you fairly? To understand the difference between a $10 cream and a $100 cream, we need to first understand the labor behind this ingredient. You see, shea butter comes from Africa's so-called tree of life, growing wild across the savannas of Ghana, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Nigeria. These are not massive factory farms. Communities protect these trees because of their sacred status and slow growth. And it's harvested mostly by women, who spend days often trekking miles in the summer heat to hand-pick the fruits. The entire process, from cracking the hard nuts to boiling, roasting, and kneading out that creamy butter, is done over days of intense manual labor. No machines, just sweat, and a tradition passed down from grandmother to granddaughter. And this is how it's been done for centuries. The key detail for our investigation is this. The entire global supply for cosmetic shea butter relies on about 3 million women collectors. But here's the problem. When the Western clean beauty boom hit in the 90s, the demand for this ingredient skyrocketed. Brands like L'Occitane and Nivea started scaling up their claims of sourcing shea butter from these very women cooperatives and sold these products in a promise of financially helping these women through business opportunities. Brands thrived, but we don't know what was happening with the women behind the scenes. And this is the exact moment marketing became the priority, making the pay and working conditions for the women supplying this butter completely invisible to the consumer. So when a brand says ethical sourcing, they say that they are compensating this incredible traditional labor fairly. But are they telling the truth? Let's start with the one who claims to be better, transparency. Now L'Occitane wins this round, but the score isn't final. Since the 1980s, L'Occitane has established a direct nut-to-shelf relationship with its suppliers. They source 100% fair trade shea butter from 4 to 5 women's cooperatives in Ghana and Burkina Faso, involving over 17,000 women collectors. And they back this up with cold and hard contracts, multi-year deals, a 30% down payment upfront, and prices set by women themselves, all covered in their annual corporate reports. Crucially, they've been fair for life since 2009, meaning an independent third party has verified this ethical chain. If you want to understand what are these third-party certifications, especially like Fair to Life that I had spoken about, then check out the description. There is a free resource where you can check out a list of certifications used by the beauty industry. Now, let's look at Nivea. They do solid work, but the approach is a little different. Nivea and its parent company Beiersdorf sources their shea through a large intermediary partner called AAK. This partner manages a program that supports 10,000 women collectors in West Africa. They provide training, tree planting, and other benefits. The key difference? Nivea's claims are credible at a program level, but they are less granular and less direct because they rely on data that is provided by their partner. L'Occitane, by contrast, has its own staff on the ground and provides verifiable data as to where their shea butter comes from. L'Occitane gives you the full unedited report card, and Nivea shows you a great looking summary report, but prepared by someone else. The gap in the level of detail is exactly why we need to move to the next criterion: traceability. So L'Occitane's model is engineered for this. With a Fair for Life certification validating their whole ethical chain, they employ site staff, dedicated 3 people who perform about 90 missions into the field. This grants them what they call the nut to product coverage. They can tell you the province, the name of the cooperative, and the volume of shea butter they bought. They have a full granular control. In a nutshell, they can link their $100 cream to an actual specific group of women. Nivea, however, operates on a global larger scale, and their approach also reflects this. Their sourcing is through the AAK, which has a program called Colo Nafaso, which is highly respected in the industry and benefits a massive 230,000 women collectors. This is a massive positive impact. But their traceability is limited to the group level. They can track their kernels to a general collection site or a processing center, but they do not, or at least publicly don't, provide the same granular named cooperative and nut to product detail that L'Occitane provides. So the $100 cream can tell you the name of the village, but the $10 cream can only tell you the name of the region. It's a true trade-off. Nivea prioritizes scale, while L'Occitane prioritizes granularity. Now we leave the complicated ethical claims and move to the easy question: quantity. Now this section is the most straightforward comparison, and it explains a huge portion of that $90 price difference. The simple fact is that L'Occitane tells you how much shea butter you are getting, while Nivea doesn't. L'Occitane positions shea butter as a hero ingredient in most of its products. Their flagship Shea Butter Ultra Rich Body Cream is explicitly labeled with 25% shea butter. Their shea butter hand cream contains 20% organic shea butter. In both cases, shea butter is the second ingredient right after water. This is in extremely high concentration, delivered to provide intense and deep nourishment. And they are not hiding it, they are selling it. Now look at Nivea's popular Shea Smooth Body Milk. They do not disclose the percentage, but under regulatory rules, all ingredients must be listed based on their concentration. On the Nivea bottle, Butyrospirum paki butter, that's the scientific name for shea butter, is listed 7th or 8th on the list, right after water, glycerin, and a few other synthetic and natural oils. Industry analysis suggest when an ingredient is listed 7th or 8th, the concentration is likely between 1 to 5%. So it's used as a supporting moisturizer to add a soft texture to a budget blend, not as the primary active powerhouse. So here's the reality. The $100 cream is packed 25 times more with shea butter than the $10 cream. The difference isn't transparency, it's fundamental chemistry. And that brings us to the final and the most important piece of this puzzle: the price justification. Now we've looked at the cost of raw labor, the ethical paper trail, and the physical amount of the ingredient. Now we can fully answer this question. Is L'Occitane's price premium of 10 to 25 times that of Nivea actually justified? Let's look at the per milliliter price in US dollars. Nivea's body milk costs you roughly 1.2 cents per milliliter. L'Occitane's body cream costs you around 28 cents per milliliter. The massive difference is broken down into 3 simple costs. Number 1, quantity. L'Occitane's formula has about 25% shea butter compared to 1 to 5% by Nivea. This concentration alone accounts for the raw material cost. You're simply buying a bottle of shea butter mixed with water, not a bottle of water and oils mixed with some shea butter. Second, ethical premium. L'Occitane commits to Fair for Life certification and direct partnerships. This means they are paying a 60% premium above the commodity export price of shea. They also carry the overheads of on-site staff, audits, and community programs. All these costs that allows them to link your purchase to a specific women's group. Number 3, scale. Now Nivea's mass market pricing is justified by its efficient scale and indirect model. By sourcing through a partner and using very low concentrations, they can produce massive volumes and offer a product that is accessible to everyone. Ultimately, L'Occitane sells a premium ethical product, where traceability and high concentration are its features. Nivea sells you a budget lotion where accessibility and volume are the features. Both are honest to their price point, but only one is built for guaranteeing that every single nut is accounted for. So after tearing these reports apart, what's the final word? The $100 cream is absolutely justified. It is a premium product where every dollar goes to fund on these three core promises. A very high concentration of Shea, verifiable ethical wages under Fair for Life, and full traceability back to a specific women's group or cooperative. The $10 cream is also justified. It represents an efficient, accessible product that brings the benefit of Shea and a massive program of good work to the entire global level market at an entry-level price. The choice is yours, and it's about what you want to prioritize. If you're buying an ethical beauty product, the question isn't whether the price is too high. The question is how much evidence you're willing to buy. L'Occitane sells the receipts and Nivea sells the concept. If you like this video, then hit a like on it and subscribe. It will surely help. Also, I have some free resources that you can check out in the description, especially if you want to understand what are the certifications used in the beauty industry. Not only will it save you money as a consumer, but if you're someone who's starting a career in the beauty industry, then these are some basics that you should know. Until then, I see you with the next breakdown coming next week.